last December.
Hello YouTube, it's Damien. It's the bottom of Xmas Challenge now. The, whatever the lead save is called here. It's episode 18. It's season 3, and I'm annoyed. I'm pissed off. I'm frustrated. I'm at the point where I might just bin the save off right here. You might be asking why. Well, we've made some good signings. We look quite amazing in pre-season. We played a City side that we absolutely dominated here. We didn't dominate, but we were decent. And we had 2 goals disallowed for offside. That should have definitely counted. Right? Sam Greenwood's level. Morales is onside by about 4 metres. And in the end, didn't win the game of football. Right? Not a problem. We then played Chelsea opening game of the season. Dominated them. Right? Greenwood onside there. The big one is Morales. Click on the fucking goal naming. Right? The big one is Morales here. Wherever this ball's played. Here's Morales. Look where he is when this is played. Onside here. Given offside because apparently Greenwood's impacted the play, which he hasn't. Anyway, lost that one. We then beat Chelsea 2-1 in the 90th in a game that we were decent in. We were absolutely, we were the better side. I watched that and I'm like, okay, we're going to have a decent year. Against Everton, the best performance I've ever seen from a Leeds side. A 3.71 goals expected ratio. Morales and Rodrigo, by the way, haven't scored in the league yet. I'm like, okay, not a problem. We get 6 training injuries, and all I'm going to show you is from this moment onwards, their second goal, we haven't been the same. We then ended up conceding another 2. We get 4-1 done by Burnley. West Brom come here, and they beat us 1-0, and we didn't even look like playing football. So instead of me being on 12 points coming to this game and going, okay, what is that from our fucking debutant goalkeeper? Meslier training injury, right? He's not playing another fucking game for me. Rodrigo doesn't look like scoring. No one looks like fucking scoring. Morales doesn't. The team's not playing well. And I'm telling you, after Everton, me in the chat, we are live on stream, we're all thinking, all right, we're on here. We're going to be 12 points from 12, getting into Leicester, getting to the group stage draw, no drama. Right? Instead, here we are. We've lost our next 2 against 2 opponents that we should beat on paper every fucking day of the week. Right? I'm annoyed. I am absolutely livid. Instead of being on 12 points and being level on points with West Brom, or ahead of West Brom and being the only team on 12, we're on 6 points. We've got a European competition coming up, right? We're going to have to rotate. We can't afford the drop games anymore now. Instead, if we're on 12 points, we can lose to Leicester. That's okay. Oh, we got Liverpool and we got a Europa League game. That's fine. We can lose to Liverpool. That's okay. Instead, now we're in this position where it's like, no, we need to fucking go on a run for a month. We need to go on a 2-month run without losing a game here in September or something and contend in Europe. It is absolutely a joke. Anyhow, let's get into this Europa League draw, and let's pray we don't get anybody good, because if we do, we'll probably go out here. Are we seeded for this? Where are we seeded? Seeded 3rd. That's a bit harsh. Alright, let's just draw it out. Alright, straight off the bat, there's a couple of groups we don't want. We don't want Group H. We don't want Group B. And yeah, apart from that, let's see what we do. AZ, we don't want this group. Good. Wouldn't mind Group C. Okay, we should be beating Astana at home. We'll beat Sporting. Sporting isn't the easiest game in the world, but it's alright. And then anyone here that we don't really want? We don't want Berlin. We really just don't want Berlin. Really. Fuck off! Now we got the group of death. Us, Sporting, and Berlin. Great, we're done. It's all over. We're out. Great, our first time in Europe, we're going to fucking come up against 2 other capable sides. Great. Ridiculous. So we're in a poor run of form, we absolutely cop it. I'll see you when I'm ready to play this game, YouTube, because I'm going to end the stream here and I'm not going to bother. But for the first time I've ever said this, I reckon ever, I think today there's less bullshit going on fucking FIFA than there is on Football Manager. So there you go. I'll see you guys whenever I see you. Welcome back, YouTube. It's Damien. I'm a bit more calmer now, even though what I'm about to tell you shouldn't make me more calm. Got off the stream, played some champs, expecting my girlfriend to come over as well after her nail appointment. Lost 2 games in a row in champs, so yeah, I was 14-6, 14-8. Bin champs off. Girlfriend isn't coming over after her nails. She's got a couple of appointments didn't know about. So we're not on stream either, which is a bit annoying. But the reason why I'm more calm is I've taken a step back and I've just gone, right, whatever happened, happened. We'll see what happens. And the results since then still haven't been great. Said I was going to bring the Leicester game. What I decided to do is I'm going to bring in the Sporting game, the first game of the group. I played 0-0 against Leicester, and what seems to be happening is the games that we are poor going forward, we're not conceding many, either conceding one or we're not conceding at all. In the end, Leicester killed us, which is interesting. I then played a full strength side against Birmingham, and Birmingham were 1-1, and I was like, oh, here we go again. But finally, a little bit of form. Rodrigo popped up with a couple. And as you can see, an expected goal ratio of 2.4, 18-6. So he probably deserved to score 3 or 4 in this game. And was like, yeah, great. Then Bournemouth happened. And this is where I'm a bit annoyed. And in the league, it's not great showing. We're 10th. The board does expect the mid-table top half finish. I'm expecting that we make Europe again. This game here, we should have won, right? 16 shots, 12, or 2.6. You deserve about 3 or 4. And they really didn't do much, but we just kept conceding. Now, in saying that, slightly rotated side with this game in mind against Sporting. But as you can see, 1-1, their goal was a fantastic goal. We're then 2-1 up, 3-1 up, Morales and Rodrigo. And I'm thinking in my head, great, we're over our problems. We miss a penalty. Harry Wilson misses a penalty in the 43rd minute. They go down the other end and score. And then from kickoff, we give the ball away and concede again. It's just a lot of this, And now that you look back at the games, the goals we scored, the games we played, Everton and Chelsea were incredible, and both games we deserved to win. Burnley was the only game where we were really poor in, and West Brom really, but we'll get to that in a second. Against Burnley, we were really poor in, had 6 injuries in a week. I can excuse losing, but losing 4-1 in the way we did, can't excuse it. And the fact that Christoph, I think his first name's Christoph, isn't it? The backup keeper. He won't be starting today, isn't it? Yeah, Christopher Klaassen there. He had a shocking debut, gave him the second, and we just fell apart. Even this West Brom game, right? We weren't great on the day. The goal they scored, yet again, is a long-range hit. We weren't great, but defensively, apart from that, we were decent, right? The goals will come. This team is too good to not score goals, right? So maybe it's just a blemish of form, and we just need to calm down, take a step back, and just go, hey, look, when we get going, and we are defensively better, right, in games, we'll win games of football, and we will score goals. The reason why I was a bit more annoyed and freaked out is look at the fixturing. Every game, the Premier League game, Europa League, Premier League, Europa League. We're going to struggle this year. 2022 is probably the worst year to be in the Europa League in terms of fixture congestion because of what's going on with the World Cup. For me, that's why it was important. We should have been on 12 points, 13 points, 15 points right now and should not have lost the game after the start we had after we won the first 2. The fact we're on, we're 10th on 8 points and we're 6 points after 2 games, it is a little bit concerning, but we're not playing bad. The one thing I will say is that we're lacking the clinical cutting edge of last year, and we're lacking the defensive stability of last year. And then if we get one, we don't get the other. We're not getting a complete performance. Now, that may be because I've got a new centre-back at the back. That may be because we've got new people in and around in the squad, and we don't have as many leaders because Diego Llorente left. That also could be just because we're just not clicking. And it could also be the fact that we've just been getting a little bit FM'd here and there. So I think in today's game against Sporting, I would take a point, even though it's at home, and it'll be interesting to see what goes on. Now, we are at what I deem full strength. Jerome is suspended for this one, but Pascal and Koch have a decent understanding. Mesli's in goals, Menino, Pascal, Koch, Eliza, Tonali and Phillips, Wilson, Rafinha, Rodrigo and Morales. So for me, right, we just need to go out there, and these two need to be the other way around. For me, we just need to go out there and just play our football and just go, hey, look, we're good enough to do this. The form over the last 5 games at the back's been really decent, and Menino's been a really good signing at full back. So the only silver lining for this poor run form is that our right back is very good. Like, this guy gets up and down very well. So we have options. The bench is okay. It'll be interesting to see what we can do. Anyhow, there is a part of me that maybe we need to look at changing a tactic or two. Maybe we need to change going absolutely aggressive, but it's interesting to see. Anyway, Sporting have money, but they haven't spent it yet. They've actually just put a 73 mil bid in for Diop. And they've got a decent team. Botman's there, Conrado's there. You got Daniels, captain, even Perisic, Nuno Santos, Philippe's up top. And their bench has got people that you know. On paper, I still think we should be the better win. the better team, right? But it'll be very interesting to see if we can do what we need to do. The boys do not seem last. It wasn't the best team talk for me anyway. I'm a bit nervous, don't get me wrong. Like, I am very nervous. Excuse me. I am very nervous for this one because I just don't know what is going to go on. Right? I don't know. If we can go out there and play our football and we score the goals that we should, we'll be okay. If we go out there and play poor, we won't. An early goal would be great. Anyhow, Rodrigo, ball in, Tonali hits, first time in the end. And that's the thing, like, last year Morales would have just swept that into the back of the net. Here he misses. And that's the thing, is at the moment, it isn't just happening. We are playing some decent stuff, but it's just not happening. Hopefully we can ride this form out. Hopefully we can get to November, we're through the group, and, you know, we get past the World Cup, as it's a decent free kick, but an easy save for the keeper. Then we'll be okay. Then, you know, we go back to a better fixture list, as Perisic is on the break here, and we'll hopefully can deal with it, which Tonali does well, and Phillips and Pascal and Koch. And hopefully we move it around. And, like, this is better. We've been a bit direct as well, which I don't like. Our system is built on a bit more passing, a bit shorter, at a very high tempo, we'll say. We've just been super direct, and I don't know why. Anyway, this is a very good move. Hopefully this ends with a goal. It ends with a pen. Look, Harry Wilson's definitely our best penalty taker here. He's going to hand over to the VAR. Like, this should be a pen every day of the week. Right? And hopefully we'll be okay. Like, this should be a pen 9.5 times out of 10. Messlar's walked the whole way up the field. I do not understand what you're doing here, Mess. Harry Wilson's taking the pen. All right. He missed his last one. Hopefully today he goes again. And he just scores and he sets us on our way. And the one he missed, he put at this corner. Right? And I think the two he's missed, he's put it to his left-hand side, the keeper diving right. This time he picks his normal corner and it's 1-0. And there we go. That's a good pen from Harry. Problem is defensively, in a game that we go ahead, we give them a chance, or they'll hit one from distance at the moment. But hopefully today, we just go out there, we just get on the ball, we'll be okay. We know that winning at home is going to be important. The fact that we got Berlin as well as Sporting makes things very difficult. I still think that we'll be home and away against Astana. And if we can beat Sporting here, it's a long way to at least finishing second in the group. I still put the expectation that we should top the group, but it is what it is. Yet again, dominating this half of football, and this is something that's happened this year where we haven't put it away. You know, Rodrigo, Morales, in games like this where we've had 12 shots, usually they've stepped up and scored a couple of goals. This season, it isn't happening. I don't know why. I'm going to tell them I'm pleased. I want the morale to get a bit higher. I want us to just get a bit more going, right? And hopefully we'll be okay. Time is ticking. It's looking all right. We're yet to concede a chance at the back. Berlin are 4-0 up against Astana, which is a good thing. And I'm glad I think we got them next, right? Because if we can, that's poor. If we can get through this game, through 90 minutes, we will win, and then pump Astana and get our forwards into some form, it might just be enough to change the system. Anyway, Rafinha, good touch, great goal. Good ball from Rodrigo as well. And there we are. I am happy with that. That is 2-0. It's not going to be a big enough lead for me to go, okay, let's relax, because I've seen us score goals in clumps this year. You know, Burnley, we conceded like 3 goals in the space of 5 minutes. Bournemouth just before in the free draw, 2 goals in the space of 2 minutes after a penalty miss. I'm not going to be over the moon unless we score a third, and then I'll be okay, it should be all right. Anyway, Tonali now, good tackle. Phillips does well. Menino is very good at this, getting to the byline. And he does. Lays back to Phillips. Harry Wilson can't really turn. Down he goes. Referee? Not given. That one there was probably worth a VAR check, to be fair. Anyway, Calvin Phillips now. Menino in a very good spot again. See what I mean? Gabriel's very good at what he does. Beats another one. Inside, Harry Wilson. Menino. Just need to find that ball. Tonali. There we go. Gabriel picks the spot. It's free. And look, good performance. We're going out there. We're beating Sporting. Great. Not a problem. And Sporting are a better side than Bournemouth. They're a better side than Burnley. And that's a good thing, right? And I'm glad we've turned up for the big day. But yet again, Rodrigo, he's got an assist. Haven't seen much of him going forward. Morales, yet again, haven't seen much of him going forward at all in this game. So it is what it is. We do have a knock on Gabriel. Do I have Luke? Oh, it's a highlight. I do have Luke Ayling. All right, I just don't want that to be a big injury because I need to beat Brighton in 2 days' time in the league. I do feel that's a must-win game. That's not in this episode. But, yeah, anyway, Morales, offside. And that's the other thing, is that when they have scored, they've been off. Which is unfortunate. But look, we're looking a lot better here. We are looking a lot better, and it's okay, and it's nice being a bit more calmer and just understanding what is going on, right? The flag goes up, goes disallowed. Looked like he was off live. And yeah, like Sam Greenwood has... Oh, he's just off. Just off, according to the lines. It would be nice to have Sam Greenwood, obviously, to score some goals as well. And like Morata's played okay, we'll get Greenwood out there too. And I think this is not a bad game to get Joe into as well. We're 3-0 up, and Joe really hasn't ever, the whole year that we spent him here in our first season, and since he's been here, he's missed a couple of big chances and not done much. So we're going to make the rest of our changes and just hope that maybe we find something here with not long left to go. I'm going to praise the boys as well, something that I don't really do. You 5 minutes to go, we're dominating with 3 goals up, and we finish some chances. It's great. But hopefully, we just see this through with a clean sheet. And for me, look, we've shown Sporting the door. We've put away our poor league form, and we're good enough today to go out there and go, look, this is a Europa League game. It's the first time we're back in Europe in a long time. Let's just put it aside, and let's go out there and perform. And the boys did, which is really good. Now, ideally, I would have loved to see Rodrigo and Morales score then in the 3-0 win, but it is what it is. They will find form. And if the midfield can start finding goals, and if Firmino can start creating as much as he is as well, and, you know, Lucas Eliza got man of the match then on the other side, he's a very good fullback, I'm going to be absolutely ecstatic with that, right? Now, I believe my next game is Astana in the league. Great. So what I'm going to do is I am going to end the episode there. Next episode, you're going to see Berlin and maybe the next game in the group as well. But from Damon and everybody else here, that's the end of episode 18. Links down below. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Thank you and goodbye.